out of all the things that you've done and the failures that you've had, what's the best failure that you've had that you've learned from?
I'm still failing a lot.
All right, to date.
Probably, I can say the biggest fail that I've had is probably the microphone today, and then
Dang, you took that away from me, man.
so, the Wolverine project. People don't know it came out. It came out absolutely. It's probably one of the coolest things I've ever made. But I had to make it 3 times.
Yeah.
It's a 4,000 gram pour, and the first time I did it, what was it? It was 4,000 grams, so that overloaded the scale. So I just put part A in there and then a part B. Well, when I was putting part B, it went out of limit. So I was like, I just got to get, like, what do you do? I just have to guess. You got a gallon of resin. Yeah, you have a gallon of resin in there and you don't know if it's mixed right. So then I take it out of the pressure pot and it cracks. It cracks out of his neck and just cracks all the way across. I'm like, well, that's done. So now, and I was ordering the resin at 16 pound kits, so that you don't have enough to do another one. Right. So I had to order another one. And so that takes time for it to get there. Wolverine's sitting on a toilet and it had aluminum honeycomb all around him. So, and why is he on a toilet? Because it's funny. That's why. So, so I had to buy another Wolverine. I had to buy another toy toilet. I had to buy the honeycomb. I had to buy everything again. So you're talking, I did that again. And then so the next time I did it, and same thing. I opened up the pressure pot and I could just see the crack coming out of his neck. And I'm like, well, I did it again. And I did it after like 3 hours. I took it out of the pressure pot after 3 hours. And if I would have left it in there, it probably would have been okay. But what the problem was, so now I had to order another Wolverine, another set of everything. And then I got the next one and I cut a hole in his back and he was hollow. I just didn't know it. It was that solid of figurine that I thought it was solid, but it wasn't. So the next time I filled it I opened up his back. I used a Dremel. Shout out Dremel. Opened up his back and I filled it full of 5-minute epoxy and then painted over it. You couldn't even tell. I've shaped it to look like a shirt and everything. So, and it worked. It worked. And then, so I learned if you have a big pour, do it 2 separate, A and B and 2 separate ones. And then I also learned, check it, make sure that there's no air in it. And then, the other thing is if you're not sure, leave it in the pressure pot overnight. And it probably would have lived if I had done that. But, everything had worked up to that point, but that taught me a lot of lessons. And the thing turned out cool. I took it to England. TSA looks kind of funny when you have Wolverine sitting on the toilet as a lamp. Like when you're...
Hey, mate.
Yeah. And then I even got one of those sneak attack ones when I was on the runway to go onto the plane, and they're hiding over in the corner and they give us your bag. And I'm like, hey, settle down there, spark plug man. And they got it. So I got checked into. It was pretty cool. But it got to Al's Hack Shack in England, and we had a good time with that thing. That was a full circle video right there. So there's my biggest failure for sure, and I did it twice.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
So